Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sonia Sunhart, and I am here to share with you some embodied wisdom, some tools and techniques that I've used on my journey and that I continue to learn about, and I want to share because it's very empowering, and I truly believe that we cannot actually be happy if we're not connected with our God self, our soul. And so I have come to that realization, and I continue to grow and to expand and to learn all the time. And I feel like the best way to share is through this medium that is the video. We can see and hear and communicate this way. Writing is also a wonderful way for us to express our gratitude and our shared experience here on this beautiful planet of ours. So I would like to talk about, so as I mentioned in my other video, so thank you if you watched that, I am here to share a 21 stages of meditation for the 21st of June, which is the summer solstice, and also happens that there's a full moon in Capricorn on that day. So it's a very powerful, energetic frequency for us to connect with this, the natural cosmic cycles of time, space, and participate in the consciousness that we are and share with others. I would also like to mention that tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time, there is a collective Kundalini yoga meditation with Jai Dev, Jaidev. You can sign up for that and join like hundreds or probably thousands of people worldwide that are joining online. And on the 21st, on the solstice itself, every year, there is a huge gathering in New Mexico where there's the White Tantra Festival, and then in the Native American tradition, which has a lot of similarities with Kundalini Yoga. I've learned this over the years. There is a connection to the star beings, to our cosmic self, which is our infinite self, not the finite human, but the cosmic soul. So some very interesting revelations coming through with all of that. And one of my favorite things to do is to put together pieces of information. It's been a lifelong journey. I've been doing this since I could, I don't even remember. Libraries before internet. I used to go to the library and take out books on, the pyramids and hieroglyphs and all of that stuff. And I read a book when I was 14 years old called The Chariots of the Gods. And I changed my life because I realized that there's a lot of hidden information that the Vatican and other places have hidden, burnt down, libraries, Alexandria and all that in the past. And here we are now in these times of great revelation, the Aquarian age, which you can't stop. You can't stop people from connecting and communicating and empowering each other and becoming sovereign and free, because ultimately we're never going to be free or sovereign if we are not all sovereign and free, which is the Bodhisattva or the way of the Buddha. When you understand that, you want to participate in sharing empowerment, and that's it. That's where I'm at on my journey. There is a period of darkness sometimes in the spiritual realm when you really start to see through and you see that there's a lot of dark forces or things going on the planet. However, it's a contrast. So it's like it allows us to be even more of who we actually are, which is love these beings of frequency and consciousness having a human experience, and we get to choose. We get to choose, and we get to explore and experiment with our own lives to see what happens, so we're our own we can be our own worst enemy, or we can be our own best friend or loving mother. We can be connected to the heart, and we need to be. This is the situation right now. We really do need to be connected in the heart, and we need to have these heart expansions, and sometimes they're very painful. So it all goes, with the the change of the ages that we're in, the change of, almost we can say, dimension or realm. So it's big stuff going on. And so anyhow, another thing is the gene keys is something that I'm very passionate about. Some of you might already be into that. I've had this book for a couple of years now, and I love doing the hologenetic profiles, which is getting to know yourself on both your personality, your human self, and your eternal soul self, and how they work together, how we're here to understand ourselves, like know thyself on that level, the shadow aspects, the gifts, and the city, which is that enlightened state. On this specific solstice, with these 21 stages of meditation, it's broken down into 7 parts, 3 parts of 7, okay? And in those 7, you have the first stage, which has 4 parts, and the third, after that, we have the 3 parts. So it is a long type of deep exploration, we'll call it that. And it's the journey into the crystallized self. So crystal, Christ, Christ consciousness, the crystal, which has all memory, crystals store memory, as we know. And we have that within us as well. We are the DNA, and so I'm fascinated by the story of Christ, and also what the Christ oil, the cerebral spinal fluid, is about, and which is also linked with the Kundalini awakening. So what happens, the biophysics of our bodies. And I love, tuning into quantum physics and all of it, because it is connected. It is connected with our own chariots inside. So our own bioenergetic vehicles that we have. So space travel and all that is fascinating. And it could be, meaning there's no time or space actually that we cannot go to anymore. We're not limited, and we don't have to go into these metallic flying objects, or we have the flying vehicles, which is our spirit that can go anywhere. So, lucid dreaming, these kinds of things, that's a whole other thing we're not going to go into right now. But basically the crystallization of the God self. So another thing that, religion has done is it's separated us from the power to connect with our God self and the higher order of information that can come through. So we've always had, spiritual teachers, priests, and all these, but that was in another era. So now, as we're entering this, and it is the beginning, it's like some have said 2012, others said it was January this year, 2024, depending on who you're listening to astrologically. But anyways, we are in it, and big transformation. And because of the frequencies changing, we need to get with it. So, anyways, I feel that I need to get with it. And those that want to come along or share, will do that. Now, so I'm just going to go quickly over. The first 4 stages are more about releasing anything negative or tension, upset, boredom, irritation or frustrations. Those are the first 4 stages. So we're going to be eliminating that, getting it out, releasing. It's always important to start, whether it's a ceremony or a meditation or anything, with the idea that we're leaving space for what we want to allow in. And it's always like that because we're all energy and our thoughts and our beliefs and our emotions. And so we need to tune in to release. And then, so I'm simplifying right now, but we're going to be doing that. So I'm just going to, the whole thing will take about an hour and a half, the whole process. And I actually did it in a whole weekend because we can change the time of how long these meditations last and how long we incorporate them or relax into Shavasana, which is integration of what we just did in the meditation, and the japa, mantra, the whole kriya itself, which is the combination of these mantras and mudras and positioning. So we're connecting to our own, nadis, which is all the points that are, bioelectric and how they combine together. So the science behind it, it's like the car, driving a car. You don't have to understand how the engine is running and how it's all connected, but when you run it, when you turn it on and have it, you want it to go, and you want it to go smooth and well. And that's basically what we're doing with our own bodies here. We're using this technology to enhance the bioelectrical field and the Kundalini, which is the life force, the Shakti power, the creative power, and combining it all with the Ajna, which is your visionary, and the crown, which connects you to the cosmic self, with a deep grounding into the root chakra and being grounded and grounding those visions and ideas into reality. That's what true manifesting is. And some people can say, yes, I love Neville Goddard. I love the law of assumption. I love, focusing on how I can create my reality. All of this is fascinating, and I love this stuff. But I came to realize that it's actually not enough because everything is frequency and vibration. So you can be fooling yourself and repeating to yourself things, information over and over again, affirmations. But if you're not actually changing the pattern, you're not going deep enough, then it's like the frequency's not there, the alignment's not there with the God self, and that's when things do manifest and happen. And so we need to use this technology and get in the heart and have the coherence and have it all flowing together to really feel that excitement of just being alive and trusting and having faith that it's all happening. Now, most humans are forcing things to happen, or they want to. They think that their will, and that's it, setting the intentions is enough. Even I was fooling myself for a while, thinking that, disconnected because I wasn't connecting to my meditative state and my God self enough, or frequently, and I kind of got off track a little, and my ego got just big, and as in like taking over and thinking that that I got this, and I can do anything, and that takes a while. It might happen automatically, spontaneously, but what I'm saying is I feel like it's a journey and a process, and there is a divine time. And So we need to align with that versus I want it in a month or whatever, because there's many, many factors that go in. And we're not alone. We're here as a whole, as a collective. And if we think that what we want is more important, then we're really in a distortion, I believe. And that's what's been causing a lot of the chaos. So the cells have to be in harmony with the whole, and in alignment with what's going on. So tuning into that helps guide us, and that's what we're going to be doing here. So the fifth, sixth, the next part, 5 and 6, are about focus, inner flow, developing the intuition, becoming alert, and developing true presence. And then absorption is number 6. It relies on focus. So you can only absorb when you know how to focus. So these things go together. And the ability to transform, we acquire virtues or gifts that is mentioned in the gene keys, the gifts. And this leads after to the crystallized self. So the crystallized self is the last part, the integration of everything we're going to be doing before. And we're going to connect with the sound current. So you become a wave of sound or energy. We chant a mantra for quite a long time, and then we open the heart, and we develop other capabilities, because the crystallized self or the Christ self, we can also use that term, because I've been connecting crystallized and Christ and the crystalline process of ascension is kind of like the pearl, getting irritated, or life is just going at it until the transformation seems like it's not happening, but then eventually something happens. There's like the pearl comes out, the diamond, after the compression of the carbon. So this is us under pressure, as Freddie Mercury says. We are under pressure to align and transform and connect with our God self. So this is what, these are some of my notes on what we're going to be doing. And we are currently in the 52nd gene key, which is the shadow of stress, the gift of restraint, and the city of stillness. So how wonderful that is. This is all about the ring of seeking. So the codon ring is the ring of seeking. There are 6 codons to this for anyone that knows about the gene keys. And so the 52nd is one of these codons, one of these codes. The programming partner is the 58th gene key. And so we're going to be aligning and transforming together. And I hope you'll join us. It'll be at noon. I'm going to put the information below. Noon Eastern time. We're going to be going for about an hour and a half. So maybe it's your lunch break. Before lunch, it would be recommended that you do not eat before, so that you can feel more fluidity and not feel, digestive issues and all that. So, but if you need something before, maybe have a fruit or something, some water, and bring some water with you. We're going to bless the water and have a little ritual as well for the summer solstice. I'm so happy to be doing this. I love to do events in person. This is my first online event for the summer solstice, but I'm excited because it reaches more people, and I live out in the country now. And if not, I have to rent a space, and it's a big deal. And it's a lot of work, and that's fine. But this time I'm just gonna do it this way. And since a lot of people are online anyways, it's good to get out there in nature and to be with people in person. I'll be the first to vouch for that, honestly. But I'll use the technology instead of being used by it. We'll use it to our advantage. Um, I will never be a slave to anything or anyone, any technology, anything imposed on my bodily sovereignty, my temple. This is something I will stand firmly with others that choose not to be forced or controlled by tyrannical um, people. We'll leave it that way, okay? Because a lot of information is coming out now on all that. And so because we can't hide anymore, so we can't hide from ourselves, we can't hide from, we can't, it's all known. So, but we need to not live in shame or guilt, or we need to release all of that to allow the higher alignment and power to stream through us. So we're going to do that. We're going to release the old programs, the old reality, and we're going to step into new earth as Christed beings, as higher power beings, this becoming supernatural that Joe Dispenza talks about and does in his always sold out retreats and seminars and all of that. So it's spreading. People are realizing this, how to reprogram the subconscious mind. And we all are on this path together. So this is an introductory, although, most people that I will go over the basics that we're going to be using for the meditations in Kundalini Yoga. If you have done it before, great. It's going to be easier for you, but there's nothing stopping, because your intention to show up and to release and to connect with your soul is already what all that's required. The rest is, it's fine. You'll be bathing in the field. We're going to be creating this together, co-creating this this event, and this I believe it's an epic time right now, and I'm glad to be here participating and bringing forward these ancient teachings in a new way, and in a new Aquarian way, because here we are. So thank you so much. Take care, everyone. And I hope to see you with us for summer solstice. Bye.